Hello and welcome along to my musical journey on this channel, and I hope everything finds you well and that you're staying hydrated in this wonderful warm weather. Today we're doing I'm going to show you my Genesis on CD collection. Yes, I do have Genesis on vinyl, but that's in another video, and I'll put a link in the description for that video after I have recorded this one. So just in case you're wondering and saying, oh, you should have it on vinyl, I'm more into CDs now. I do have vinyl, but I'm kind of enjoying the CD much more these days. We start off with Genesis, their first album, their debut from Genesis to Revelation. And I remember buying this back in the day on vinyl, and I think there was a picture of Peter Gabriel in a big flower, and that's this album. I don't remember too much about this album, so I kind of, if I'm listening to it again, I haven't gotten around to listening to it, but it'd be more or less like listening to it for the first time. And took ages to come in the post. I have no idea why. There was other CDs that came straight away, that kind of a thing. So that's Genesis, from Genesis to Revelations. Know nothing really about it, so I can't say whether I enjoyed it or not enjoyed it, or enjoyed some of it or whatever. But I will give it a listen in the days ahead or the weeks ahead, whenever the mood strikes me. This one is the same. I've had this on vinyl back in the day. Bought it in the 80s after listening to Visible Touch, Genesis, Duke and all that stuff, and then I kind of discovered all this sort of stuff that was there. And so I'm a fan of both 80s Genesis and the 70s Genesis, and that's what we're going through now. And some of these CDs are not the 2007 remasters, and I can hear the difference. I put on Nursery Crime, and I do have that on vinyl here and back in Ireland, but this is amazing on the 2007 mix, and it's amazing on the Apple iPlayer, and it's also amazing on the CD, and it's just a fantastic album. That's what it looks like. That's how it came. If you remember the video, I did an unboxing and it was hanging off its thread literally. So that's Selling England by the Pound. An absolutely amazing album. If you haven't got it, please go out and get it. Up next is Foxtrot. Very much enjoy this album. Supper's Ready, Watcher of the Skies, and it's on the 2007 remix, and it's just awesome. And I think that is the go-to. If you're getting Genesis CDs, get the 2007 mix. It's just absolutely fantastic, and it's fantastic on both the Apple iPlayer and on this one as well. And we have The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway. Fantastic album. Love this album, and the sound is absolutely fantastic. That's what it looks like. And is it hold on, I think it's, yeah, there we go. And it's a double album. Sometimes you have CDs that are where you have albums that are on vinyl and they're double on vinyl, but they're on, on the single CD. This is a double CD, and an amazing album, and you might take your time in getting it, but what you call it, getting into it, but take your time to get into it. That's what it's there for. Know nothing about this one, Wind and Withering. I was doing a review of Three Sides Live, which I have on vinyl, and I listened to side 1, 2, 3 and was really enjoying the concert. Forgot about the title of the album, which is called Three Sides Live, and then I was left scratching my head, and I said, where had the audience gone on the fourth side? But there was no audience. It was a studio album on the on the fourth side, so it took me a while to figure that one out. So yeah, that's Wind and Withering, and all those tracks are on 3 sides live, and I'll be getting, eventually I will be getting the live concerts on CD. Up next we have A Trick of the Tail. Really enjoy this album. This is fantastic, and it's the first album. I think it's the first album. No, is it the first album? I think these both came out in the same year, so this one might have been first, and then if so, that's the first album. Mine is Peter Gabriel, and it's a fantastic album. It's really good, and again, on the what you call it, 2007 remastered edition. Highly recommend A Trick of the Tail. Absolutely fantastic. Then we have And Then There Were Three, and Think Steve Hackett Left Them, and this is not bad. Bit of a slow grower. Love the last song on it, and Say It's Alright. Say It's Alright. I can't read. I'm sorry. Hold on. I get the magnifying glass. I keep having to get into new practice of when I'm setting up to have the good old magnifying glass that I got in a proper job. So there's Say It's Alright, Joe, and Scenes from a Night's Dream. This is not a bad album. Not a bad album at all, and the sound is not too bad. It's an original pressing from back in the day, and got it in a charity shop for £2, so no real complaints about that. Duke, and This Is Cool. I like this, and very good album. Yeah, falling apart. That's what the CD looks like, and I enjoyed it, but it's just a matter of getting a little bit more familiar with this one and this one, and getting refamiliarizing, going back on the musical journey that I started all those years ago, living in Ireland and now living in England, reconnecting with stuff that I love. I enjoy this album. A lot of 70s onlys fans will not enjoy this album, but my introduction to Genesis was I came across them in the 80s without knowing all their stuff from the 70s, so I quite enjoyed this album. This was one of the early ones that I would have listened to back in the day. And then this is another one. Love the track Home by the Sea, Legal Alien, and all that sort of stuff. They're all the songs on the self-titled album Genesis. And again, not a remastered edition. This is kind of an original pressing. Hold on. Yeah, just no fancy artwork on the CD. Up next we have Genesis, Invincible Touch, and I enjoy this album. Again, this is the album that I came across Genesis from, my introduction to Genesis. Got it on vinyl back in the day, and I picked it up in a charity shop for £1. I might have even gotten it in a 5 for £1 deal. Sometimes you hit lucky, and you get lucky, and you see a deal 5 albums for £1, and there'd be a load of stuff there, and I think this might have been one of those albums. Is there any fancy artwork? No. And it sounds very good as well, so I might, if I do see the 2007 remix of the album in the charity shops or on eBay, I will definitely pick it up and do a nice contrast and compare to. We're coming to the end of the studio albums, and this is We Can't Dance, and this is a charity shop find, £1. I enjoy this, and again, I discovered Genesis in the 80s while they were doing 80s Genesis, so I didn't know any better, and so I still enjoy them. And yeah, this is not a bad album. It's not a great album. It's not as good as A Trick to Tail, but it's still enjoyable. It's still listenable to. And then there's this album, Calling All Stations, without Phil Collins. Another guy is doing the vocals. I forget his name, and I know nothing about it. So I did listen briefly to it, and it kind of sounds like a Mike and the Mechanics album, really. So that's what the impression I got from listening to it. Fancy artwork on it, and it seems, I'd say, it's a remastered edition. So that's my Genesis collection, up to date on CDs. I'm going to give some honourable mentions to. Have this compilation, and if you want to know what Genesis are like, this is a good way to start. You'll see all the different songs on it. I'll just go through some of them. Turn It On Again. You have Invisible Touch, Mama, Land of Confusion, I Can't Dance, Follow You, Follow Me, Hold of My Heart, I Know What You Like, No Son of Mine, Tonight, 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 Congo, Jesus He Knows Me, That's All. I can't read it. I can't even read it in the magnifying glass. Hold on. That's all right. Misunderstanding, throwing it all away, and the carpet crawlers. It's kind of very, how to say, Phil Collins, Genesis orientated, with one or two other classic tracks from the Peter Gabriel area thrown in. But it's not a bad place to start. Not a bad place to start at all. And then I do have two live albums. And again, I picked this up in the charity shop. Sticker is on it, but I took off the price. It was $150 or something like that. So that's very, very good. And I picked these two albums up, and I haven't listened to them yet. £2, and it's Genesis Live, The Way We Walk, and it is Volume 1, The Shorts. So that's the shorts. So these are all around the charity shops. Do pick them up, and you'll be in for a treat. And then this one, £1. I think I got all those three albums and a few of the ones from here in the same charity shop in Glastonbury town. So thank you ever so much for all the views and all the comments and recent videos, and for sharing your musical journeys with me. That's what all this channel is about, and we will look forward to talking to you again in the next video.